Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Pimentel, and I'm a flight attendant for an airline in the United States. And I'm officially a private pilot. I finally got my license yesterday. I had a 2-day check ride, and bada bing, bada boom, your girl is finished. She is a private pilot. I'm so thrilled, so excited. Whew, I'm a little stress-free now. Of course, I'm going to get my instrument rating, my commercial license, and then more stress is going to build from that. But right now, I am chilling. I'm very happy. This video is going to be all about my private pilot journey. So this journey started 2 years ago, which I mentioned in my previous video. So back in February 2021, I officially started at a flight school. My first contemplation when starting at that flight school was whether or not I was going to get my license through a Part 141 school or through a Part 61 school. I had decided to pick a 141 school, which is what led me to the school that I was going to. And the school that I'm going to now is also a Part 141 school as well. So for Part 141, you have to have a total of 35 flight hours. I got my license in much more than 35 hours. I am not just like a born-to-be pilot, okay? It took me longer than that. And you also have to have 35 ground hours. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but that's just like a classroom setting, teaching of everything you need to know by the book. So in order for me to get my private pilot license, I had to have all of those requirements met because I was at a 141 school. In order to pass your check ride, you have to have all of those hours, all the requirements. You also have to have an oral examination where you're basically talking to an examiner about everything you know. They're asking you questions, and it's very situational. It can be up to like 1 to 5 hours, depending on you and the examiner. You also have to pass a flight test, which is you going up in the air with your examiner and him telling you what to do and you performing those based on a standard rate. And depending on what the standards are, you have to maintain those standards in order to get your private pilot license. So and a lot of it is about safety, if you're able to be situationally aware, and there's a lot that goes into it. I also wanted to talk about how finding an instructor that is perfect for you is so important. So at my last school, the problem is that I went through 5 or 6 instructors. It was crazy. I did have one instructor over there that was great, but he was super busy. He had all these other students. He was trying to get his hours in so he can go to a new place to fly a different airplane, and it just didn't work out. But of course, I stay in touch with him, and he helped me so much. If I would have continued to go to that flight school, I definitely would have kept him as an instructor. But eventually he ended up leaving as well. So I would have been kind of having to go ahead and fly with like the 6th person, which that's too many instructors for one student, in my opinion. Anyway, after that, I kind of gave up. I totally gave up on my flight training. I was like, maybe I'm not good enough to be a pilot. Maybe it's just not for me. I had a lot of backlash ever since I started talking about being a pilot. A lot of people were just like, I don't know, Jess, this is not really like for you. I just don't see you as a pilot. Like, I'm just not convinced that that's what you want to do. And I was just kind of like, okay, like, great. Thanks for the support. So I didn't really tell many people, but then I also didn't complete it. So I felt awful because I kind of felt like they were right. And that's why they had said that, because I wasn't able to do it. And then I just kind of had this voice in my head, just talking. I knew that we were going to move. And I knew that I was going to not be Charlotte based anymore. I knew I was going to be commuting to New York. And I was like, you know what? It's just not the time for me to do this right now. I'm not going to quit my job to be a pilot just yet, because I thought I sucked at the time. And I was like, I suck at it. And I don't want to give up being a flight attendant if I don't know if this is for sure. So I didn't quit. We ended up moving to Florida. I was commuting. And then finally, when I felt officially super stable, which was just this past like September, that I made the decision I'm finally going to do it again. And then I had a few things I needed to do, some other events and some commitments that I had already made. So I just waited until that was done. Was hoping to start before Thanksgiving. Of course, life happened and started in December. And here I am. I finished March 1st. I got my private pilot license, and I honestly couldn't be happier. So this time around, I'm also at a 141 school. It's in Florida, close to my house. It's just perfect. And of course, my instructor is amazing. I am obsessed with her. And she is just so smart. She teaches me everything in such a great way. She's very helpful, and I learn really well from her. Of course, Fernando helps me so much with everything I need. So it's just been really great to do it this time around with so much more stability in my life. Enough about that. Let me go ahead and take you guys through my journey, and then I will talk about it at the end of this video. All right. So since you've already seen the video of my intro, you can see that I'm clearly starting flight school for the second time. And I'm so scared and nervous, but it's my first official day, and I'm just gonna go in there and I will talk to you guys when I'm done. I'm not gonna film much today because I am pretty nervous, but I am excited at the same time. So let's go. All right, coming in hot for flight number 3. Let's go. Feeling good, feeling energized, ready to do some slow flight, some power on stalls, power off stalls, and some steep turns. Let's go. Ooh, look at that nice plane right there. Okay, flight number 3 completed. This flight was good. I learned a lot. I definitely know some things I need to brush up on, fix. My instructor did an engine failure with me, so that was good. I haven't done that on this round yet. So definitely gonna go home and study that procedure and just knowing exactly what I need to do and pretty much like have it ingrained in my memory so I never forget. And I think I'll be good. So good flight, and hopefully tomorrow's even better. All right, I just soloed. I just finished my solo.
Caw-caw, motherfucker, caw-caw.
Caw-caw. I honestly, that was scary. Let's go. Okay, I just finished my solo, and this is my beautiful, wonderful instructor, Charlie, and Fern came to see. They actually had front row seating in the tower. It's pretty cool. I've never been up there, so I'm kind of jealous. And yeah, I'm excited. Yay. I have my very first solo cross-country trip now, and pretty much my only solo cross-country for my private pilot license. And I will explain a little bit more about it when I'm done and back, but I'm really excited. It has to be about 150 nautical miles full trip, and I'm going to 2 different airports on this solo, starting at the airport I am, and then 2 different ones. So I'm pretty excited, and I will see you guys when I get back. All right, solo completed. 3 takeoffs, 3 landings, feeling like a 10 out of 10 queen right now. I was definitely nervous a little bit going in because you're doing basically 150 nautical miles by yourself, landing at 2 airports you usually don't land at. I've landed there before with my instructor, but this is my first time doing it all alone, and I did it. I'm done. I'm happy. Plane is turned off. I just have to move it back into its parking place, and then I'll be good. All right, guys, I will explain more about some of the requirements that you have to do solo while you're in your flight training later, and kind of why you had to do this experience as well. So yeah, for now I'm just gonna, sit in my excitement, push the plane back, and go home. The best part about flying is when Steve comes to pick me up.
Caw-caw.
Caw-caw! And the worst part is how bad I have to pee right now.
Oh, so I shouldn't go like this then.
Oh no. Oh no, it's coming.
No bumps. No bumps.
Good morning. Yeah, it's a beautiful day to fly. Because the winds are calm. There is literally no wind right now. I'm sure there's gonna be a wind up in the air, but I'm happy there's no wind now. So I have my check ride as of right now tomorrow, and today I'm just going to be working on like some last minute things. Of course, I am literally myself. I mean, excuse my French, but honestly, I'm so scared. But I'm not scared because I don't know anything. I'm just scared because like, it's, you know, someone's just sitting there literally judging everything you do. So I'll talk more about that later. This is just a video that's going to be like a montage of my random talks and random walks and whatever. So anyway, walking to the plane, gonna pre-flight and get this day going so I can be done, go home, practice everything I need to practice, and then be well rested for tomorrow. I've been studying like a maniac, honestly, like probably way too much, but I'm an over-studier, like I've always been when I go to school. Anyway, see you guys later. I'm officially a private pilot, totally meant to make a video when I was done, but there was a lot going on, and this has been a crazy experience for me, but I'm here with Fern now. We're back at home. He set up this lovely congratulations montage, wrote me a letter, got me donuts. Oh shit, buy her. And yeah, so definitely there have been some tears shed. There has sweat everywhere. There's just sweat everywhere after this.
Always sweat.
This was a 2-day experience for me, so not a lot of people do it 2 days. I don't know, but anyway, I'll make a video about it later. Anyway, I'm feeling super happy. And I'm thrilled. And I'm probably gonna just breathe and chill for the rest of the day. All right, so that was my pilot journey. I didn't get that many clips. I've been studying, I feel like, every day for the last 3 months because I was just trying to do the best and be the best that I could. So it's great to officially say that I'm a private pilot. It's nice to look back on that little montage, even though it's not that much. So it's been great. I really appreciate you guys supporting my journey. I've gotten nothing but great comments and really sweet remarks and best wishes from everybody. And it's just been really adorable, and definitely have shed a couple tears because I only feel joy right now. Unfortunately, I do want to preface that I just did not believe in myself in the beginning of this journey, and looking back, it's sad, and I wish that I had just pushed through and I just didn't think like that, but here we are now. And if anybody can learn from my mistakes, it's that you can do whatever you want to do. If you set your mind to it, you can do it. Don't be the person that doesn't believe in themselves. Like, you believe in yourself and you tell everybody else that they're wrong, because you can do whatever you want. Everything happens for a reason. I'm happy to be at the school that I'm at now with the instructor that I have now and where I'm at in my life now currently. So for my check ride, it ended up taking 2 days because when I got there on the 28th, I had the instructions to make a flight plan. And I made the flight plan based on like every possible bad scenario that could happen within the flight. Instead of just making the flight and then talking about the scenario, I was just like overly prepared. Maybe I was just trying to be an overachiever. I don't know. But it ended up taking way too long, and that's not what I was supposed to do. So then we ended up doing the oral part, and it took quite some time as well. And by 4 p.m., I was just kind of tapped out, and so was my examiner. So he was like, go home, chill, we'll continue the next day. I learned a lot from that. And the next day we had a little bit of a conversation in the morning about more of the things that I knew, just testing more of my knowledge. And then we went for the flight. And then we have specific things that need to be done in that flight. Those things were done. And when I came back, I passed, I found out, I was so happy. And then I filled out the paperwork and whatever, and I fast. I was a private pilot. I just have to wait to get my certificate officially in the mail in like 2 weeks. But it was very exciting and I learned so much. All right, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. Like I said, I've been getting nothing but amazing feedback from everyone. Please leave me a question down below. I'm going to make a Q&A for one of my next videos all about flight school, flight training, and just anything that anyone needs to know that I didn't cover. And I would love to answer all of your questions. Thank you all again. I will see you in the next one. Beijinhos. Ciao, ciao.